swings it. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City!
Ready, down! Put.
Hello? You play to win the game. I don't want winners. I want people that want to win.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Playcall Sheet. The parlay up in this bad boy as always. And as Took says, happy.
Hey, baby, you know what it is. Everybody, Playcall Sheet. You play
yes, sir.
Call it. You better get it on fourth down because that's what we here for. We the defense here to stop you. Me today, I'm here, baby. I'm here.
This boxing gloves?
You know what I'm saying? We here.
You putting in that work already. I see you too. Trying to knock him out. Man.
We got somebody tonight.
Is he? I think he got himself muted, don't he? Probably so. He probably driving home from work.
I absolutely am. How are you guys doing today?
Salute to you, Jiggity J, aka Villain, or who is, or Dung Beetle? Is that you?
Say it. Don't. No. Look, dude. Hey, I've been the damn. What the hell do you call me? I've been the fly. I've been the gnat. I've been the flea. I don't understand this shit. Now I'm a fucking dung beetle. Fuck out of here. Next time I'm about to be Doombug. Coach Dean me the fucking villain. That's what the fuck I am, and don't you forget it.
You do look like a June bug, though.
Speaking of which, hey, look, there's that flat tire. Our fourth wheel finally showed up.
It's the fourth man.
This guy going on about naming himself like a weirdo.
I didn't name myself. Coach did. I've explained this 10 times.
No, he didn't. First of all, we just proved last night I called you that first, and it wasn't a nickname. It was me just saying that you were being villainous, but you're not a villain.
Oh,
you said it.
He said unofficial.
You said it. Coach Dean did.
Bro, Coach Dean it.
He did over a year ago.
I bought the gloves in for a reason. I'm going to stop both of these men.
You're not a villain. You're just fucking.
What's up, Mike?
Plus, it's on a shirt now, so too bad, too late.
What's going on there?
Oh, it is on the shirt, ain't it?
Exactly. So guess who the villain is? That's me.
Good. You're like fucking Condiment Man, the villain. That's your level of villain.
He's like, what?
Condiment Man. He's a DC. Yeah, Condiment Man. Just shows up with mustard and mayo, and that's his guy. That's his villain.
Hey, man, I rock with the Royal Flush gang. Fuck out of here.
Flush is gangster. No, Flush is gangster, though.
So how y'all days going so far, brothers?
Tired as hell, man. Working 2 jobs, a bitch. But I'm all right, though.
It's going good. Chilling.
Oh, hey, Will, I need a lotto ticket.
Feeling lucky tonight?
As soon as you find a better name. No, sir. Handyman from In Living Color. He's Handyman. Yeah, exactly. He's fucking Handyman.
Damn.
Show up with a sheet wrapped around his head and shit.
Man, y'all leave my little brother alone, man.
You know why that ain't gonna work? You got a little brother too. Family work.
We can talk about you. We don't let nobody else talk about you.
Exactly. You know what's up
already.
Jake the baby in his own family, and then he the baby in his new family.
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, we just got done with a big-ass thunderstorm. I see the rainbow all the way over on the side. That's fucking badass. It's a great way to go home.
Sunshine and Rainbows. I told you that's what his nickname should have been. I was calling him that way before I said villain. Sunshine and Rainbows.
Rainbows.
Yeah, look.
Sunshine and Rainbows. I've been saying that since the beginning.
I'm going to go ahead and point out that that's a little racist since I'm the only white guy here, but we're just going to move on.
Sunshine. No, the Titans. Let's remember the Titans.
The guy you talking to, it can share half with that with you, Jake. So it's an even argument.
Facts. Yeah, this is white on white crime at this point.
You can't go away and
Half white
Hey,
on white
you
crime.
know, Will is the only person here. Will is the only person here, indeed, that can go to the cookout and the picnic table.
The picnic table's crazy. Yo, he hit me with this last night, bro. He had me in fucking
The picnic table.
Yo, I forgot who we even talking. It don't even matter. All he said was like, "Yo, he's invited to the picnic table." And I was dead. He almost took me out.
Jay didn't get his shit, Mike. He ain't get his nothing. Tomorrow's the holiday. You represent, he ain't get his nothing, man. Nothing.
Oh, yeah. No Juneteenth love.
Well, he did. He came on the show tonight. So I'm blessed with that, Jay. I'm blessed with that.
And he came in blackface.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
His skin's black tonight.
Yeah, I'm about to start that. I'm about to be like, yo, the reason he's off camera is because he's always in blackface. And I'm going to make you get on camera.
Yeah, I'm taking it back.
Wow.
I'm taking it back.
Wow.
They're going to take belt
Man.
back. That shit.
I don't know. I didn't want to touch that.
We are derailed.
We are. What's the first time?
Yeah, that's a play call sheet. It's like a chop up.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it. So
I missed yesterday. We're good.
Yeah.
got a lot of college football today to start off with. We like lists. We are probably the list gurus of the podcast world. This week, so we've already looked at, I think we looked at wide receivers. We looked at linebackers. We looked at running backs too, right?
Did we?
And for the top units going into the 2025 college football season.
Oh, yeah, we did that. Yeah.
No, I don't think we did.
Okay. So receivers and linebackers. So tonight we're looking at one of my favorite groups, offensive linemen, the big uglies.
Boo! This ain't fun.
Right off the bat.
We already got Fat Man on the show.
A very underrated team. I think they in the Big 12 now. Utah's in the Big 12 now, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Utah's in the Big 12.
The Utah Utes.
We got an honorary Utah fan on this podcast. He's running the show right now. You no, I remember. Pepperidge Farm remember.
He didn't. Hey, man. Hey, Will didn't even say you. He said Ute.
Yeah, Ute. That's good. That's a pun. That's a good pun. Most puns are terrible.
So they are led by All-American second team right tackle Spencer Fano. They got a lot of experiences coming back. They got the center Jaron Kump, right guard Michael Makovskis. I guess that's his name. And they got Caleb Lamu and Tanoa Togai. So it sounds like a bunch of Pacific Islanders out there.
Yeah, they got all.
So I can see why they might be one of those lines.
Hawaii on this roster right now. This is great.
We got Texas A&M Aggies.
What number did they got them rated at?
They don't have a rank. This got the top six units.
Okay. They just got I bet.
It's bladed together. I say after we cover all of them, we'll see which one we rank the top.
All right, cool.
They got Texas A&M, surprisingly. But like Utah, they got their whole unit coming back, all 5 starters. They got third team all SEC tackle Trey Zunn, Chase Biscontis, Cully Fai. I'm just butchering these names. Ahmad Reed Adams.
If they didn't want their names to be butchered, they should have named them simpler shit.
Demetrius Crownover. That's a hell of a name. I like Crownover.
Crownover. They in a line of kings. Kings and queens. Crownover.
That dude. Sound like he bust through walls and shit.
Yeah.
Iowa, which is usually them big corn feds up there. The Iowa Hawks. They got Hawkeyes rather, been a while. They got last season. They lost last season. Logan Jones, the center, right tackle, Jennings, Dunker were second team All Big Ten selections. They got left guard Bo Stevens. So they got 3 guys coming back. Projected right guard is going to be Cade Piper. And left tackle Bryce George was a D2 All-American at Ferris State. So they got 3 returners, 2 new ones coming up. Notre Dame, who's seen it been on every year? They was on the linebacker list.
Yeah,
they were
10 on the receiver list.
Yeah, so it's gonna be another overhyped Notre Dame season, and they fail in the playoffs.
Join a conference, hoes.
I think no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Notre Dame keeps it consistent, at least.
Who's replaced? They lost their single caller, didn't they?
Shout out to Against the Green. Yeah, they lost Riley Leonard.
Okay, so heading into the season, they got Anthony Knapp, Amal Wagner, which start at left and right tackle. You got Charles Jagusa. He can play any one of the edge, but they got him penciled in the right guard. Billy Sheriff and Ashton Craig complete the lineup at left guard and center. They got strong depth with interior options: Sullivan, Abshner, Joe Outing, and young tackle Gerby Lambert.
What do they start? You know who they start off with? They start off with we talk about Notre Dame, correct?
Yes, sir.
So their first 2 games, the scratch Miami, sorry. And then we just mentioned one of the offensive lines that we playing against. So the defense got to play tough too. Texas A&M.
So they're going to test it early.
You got to be O-line.
Maybe they get tested a little early. I mean, they got 2 SEC teams in their first 5 games, I believe.
Which 2?
Arkansas was but I mean it's Arkansas. SEC, we gonna give respect, but they do have Arkansas too. Arkansas they have on September 27th.
Who's the other one?
Texas A&M under the lights.
Okay.
That's gonna be a tougher game for them, but
sure.
But yo, you guys
is it in College Station?
That Texas A&M game is not at College Station. I know from what I'm looking at schedule wise, usually away team top, home team bottom. So it looks like it's in Notre Dame.
Is there a man named?
Sorry,
did you say Garby? Garby? Garby?
The name?
Yeah, of one of the linemen.
Gerby. Guerby. Gerby Lambert.
That's a fat man name. You can only be a fat man with the name Gerby.
He was eating up all the Pop Tarts at an early age.
All of it. Just give it to Gerby. He'll eat it. Crazy.
Okay, the next, a team that's actually resurging on the recent success. They may be returning to prominence. They did lose their top signal caller in Cam Ward, and that's the U. They got 4 starters coming back, led by second team All ACC right tackle Francis McGow. They got left tackle Markel Bell, left guard Matthew McCoy, and right guard Anes Cooper. On top of that, they got TCU transfer James Brockermeyer. He's coming in at center.
Man, I'll tell you what, there's nothing scarier than a big boy named Francis.
Like his name's Kirby.
And the starting QB is Carson Beck over there, correct?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Didn't Notre Dame beat Georgia last year?
Shit. I forgot Beck went there.
Did they play? Did they?
Didn't Notre Dame beat Georgia last year? No, I'm tripping. Let me go check.
Get some losses.
Okay. And then the last team is
last year. They played in the playoff game. Notre Dame 23, Georgia 10.
Oh, okay.
Carson Beck's revenge game comes week 1. No.
So when he go full KD, join the team that he lost to?
No, he joined the team that's going to play the team that he lost to. So either he gonna get a win or
right.
he gonna get another loss, man. So yeah, this is interesting. This list is pretty interesting for sure. It kind of matches up. Some of these teams play against each other, so we'll see how some of these teams match up and who are going to be the ascending teams possibly coming in there.
Did he kind of get forced out of Georgia?
Yeah, in a sense, I think they was trying to force him to. Well, basically, yeah. So basically, he got hurt. So I guess he's going draft. I think there was questions about him going to the draft, and then he got hurt, and then that kind of throw it away. And then Georgia's kind of like, you hurt. I mean, we don't want you no more. We just go get another ride quarterback to just ride the team next year. And then Miami, Florida said, hey, we're gonna give you some guap. And he went there because the girlfriend was going there, but I heard he ain't with that girl no more.
They broke up.
So,
Same week he got his Lambo stolen.
I was about to say, and he lost his Lambo.
I mean, he gonna get that Lambo back if he performs.
He thought he had tattoos. He could just go to Miami and be a Miami guy. It ain't like that. He found out real quick how Florida act.
So in the last team we have of the 6 teams, offensive linemen, we got Penn State. So with Penn State, they saw Ohio State's senior fuel run to a national title last year, and they used their tree shaking abilities to take a similar approach. They bring back left tackle Drew Shelton, second team All Big Ten honoree Vega Lone, center Nick Dawkins, and right tackles Nolan Rusi and Anthony Donko. The vacancy at right guard, but they have transferred TJ Shannon, who started 5 games for A&M last year. So out of those teams, Penn State, Miami, Notre Dame, Iowa, A&M, and Utah. Who you guys think has the best offensive line?
I'm going to go early, Penn State. Just looking at everybody's schedules while doing this. Penn State's first 3 games, that offensive line should have an exhibition. Should be more like practices for them. Florida, FIU, Villanova. I think long-term, during the season, maybe Texas A&M.
I'm going to go with Miami because they had a high-powered offense last year, so they already know what it's like playing a high level of offensive football. So, yeah. What up, Jen Luck?
Shout out. Noah scared. We're going to get to that later on. We're going to find out who's scared. Who was scared? Sure.
Fascinating. Yeah, I'll go Miami with that,
Okay. Next list we got tonight. The likely starters for the top 25 preseason teams. So, number 20. So they got it grouped in. They actually have it grouped, so we're going to present it like that. From 25 to 21, Indiana, Oklahoma, Baylor, SMU, and Florida. Will, y'all starting off in the top 25. I think that's a disservice. I think y'all should be ranked higher, but I digress. Not because you're my boy, but because of what I saw last year, which he was working with.
We lost a lot on offense, though. A lot.
Skill players?
All the receivers left. Like everyone except for Mizell, who didn't play a lot, but like everyone else left. So they all, like 3 of them, I think, tried to get to the league. One might have transferred. But I think we're still going to be good at receiver, but it's just a learning curve that's going to happen early on.
Okay, see UFC, KFC, Pacers, and 7. All night. Pacers, what they got left to prove. Let's see.
I guess they got OKC in 6, but that's on Monday night.
Yeah.
So 25 through 21, Indiana, they got Fernando Mendoza. He's in Ohio. Let me see. Oklahoma, John Mateer.
Yep.
Baylor, Sawyer Robertson. SMU, Kevin Jennings. I like that kid. And at 21, Will's guy, he's been on his back since day one, DJ Lagway.
You heard? I like it. He's going to show out this year. if the receiver.
I think he will as well.
Man's
Who do you like out of that group other than Will? We know who Will likes out of that group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do.
I don't know. Probably go with Will's man. I've seen Jennings play, of course, I've seen him play my Eagles. But in all, yeah, I'll go Will's man. I undisputed because that's probably the only one I've watched besides Jennings.
DJ reminds me a lot of Cam Ward, honestly.
He does. He does.
Got a lot of Cam Ward in his game.
It's funny. That reminds me all these. So we got two Texas quarterbacks. I'm gonna be biased, but I hear a lot of people in other groups that I'm in where they say that we don't have any good quarterbacks down here. But I'm like, now I'm looking team after team after team, Texas ball in there, call them playing quarterback. So I like our odds. But I'll probably say yeah, it transfers. No, now I think now because it's the wide open offense, so these kids are playing in that offense now from Pee Wee on. No, they're playing 7-on-7 now, so they're developing those skills throughout the year. For me, out of that group, I'll definitely go with DJ Lagway, and I got Jennings a close second, only because of potential, but Lagway is definitely the number one.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Jake, who you got? Or Jake going to get his lottery ticket?
No, I just got home. I missed most, if not everything you said. But
okay,
you said something.
No problem.
You said something about DJ Lagway. If it's something about a favorite for Heisman, that's my favorite.
Okay. Numbers 20 through 16. I've seen some lists that got him number one, Will.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. But I'm not gonna lie, Jake been saying it. He been saying it like really early too.
There's a lot to like about the kid.
Yeah.
On the Steelers prediction.
Honestly, what's not like about the kid is what's around him.
Do they still got that coach you really don't like?
I'm coming around. Whatever.
I mean, if he gets the guys, and if he gets a guy like Lagway, and there's something promising.
Will did want him gone pretty early last year.
almost immediately.
I mean, what makes you think it's security not on the line again this year?
What makes you think what?
It's still on the line this year too.
Yeah, but he got a Heisman candidate going out there with him.
Yeah, that he recruited, and a lot of those guys that I feel like a lot of guys that did stay and he got in there were because of him.
I understand that. It doesn't make it any worse that they're in one of these conferences we talk about with trees. So he's definitely security alert. Sure. Maybe. So hopefully Lagway keeps his job for him, because that's the only way he's keeping his job this year. If he doesn't,
I don't know. They've been improving. But look, me hating on him doesn't make him a bad coach. It just means I'm fucking spoiled with my Gators. He's been coaching well. His team plays hard. I don't think it's no hot seat for him.
I'm reading from reports that security is definitely an issue with the coach here. I'm just reading based on reports.
I think he got a very short leash. So real quick, because we are powered by the fans, I'm going to let Will take this. What are your thoughts on Rodgers and the Steelers prediction?
Oh, thoughts on Rodgers? Who gives a shit? I think he's a good quarterback, man. I like their chances a lot better had they kept Pickens. I think they just swapped out good receivers. But yeah, I mean, look, whatever we do know about Aaron Rodgers, whatever guys are decent, they'll be better than average playing with him. He's gonna make guys better around him. He typically does that. How good is he? What does he still have? He still kind of had the fastball last year, but there were some passes where you were like, oh, maybe, maybe it's not the same as it always was. I just think he's Brett Favre. That's all. He could just as easily lose you a game as he can win you one.
I can see that in his game now.
But like the Steelers also have been just above average for the last 5 years, just above average, basically. 5, I'm about to say like 7. I'd be nice. I love Tomlin. But
Cause
yeah,
them last few years that Ben was there were subpar.
Oh, those years were terrible. And then the whole Pickett situation was awful. And then whatever happened last year was just mediocre at best. So this is the best quarterback they've had since like prime Ben Roethlisberger. And he's 40.
Yeah.
He's a man. He's 40.
There you go, Jen. Appreciate the question, man. Next up, 21 through 16, we got Tennessee. Will's second. Well, it used to be his second team.
I'm out.
Tennessee.
I'm out. I was the guy. I was the guy. I'm out.
That's how I was in Utah. Tennessee, Texas Tech, K-State, South Carolina, and BYU. You got Tennessee, Joey Aguilar from UCLA transferred in. Texas Tech, you got Bern Morton. K-State, I really like this kid, but he fizzled fast last year. Avery Johnson. South Carolina, LaNorris Sellers, and BYU, Jake Retzlaff. Who do you take out of that group?
I'm gonna take LaNorris Sellers, but Jake Retzlaff, terrible way, to not make the championship game last year for him. I see redemption on his eyes. I'm going to go with BYU.
Their defense kind of failed them last year, didn't it?
Yes. He was set to lead the redemption tour. He was definitely doing his thing. They was on the verge. A couple games slipped up, fucked them over. But this list right here, man, you got all – damn, man. This list, man, with all these teams in the conferences they're in, man, screaming the crop over it.
I like I'm with Will. I'm two on the North Sellers. He was actually the projected number one pick for the way too early for the 2026 NFL draft, which Will and I love drafts. But they got him as a top pick. Avery Johnson, he's got a lot of tools, but he was just real raw last year in some big games where when it didn't go his way, he couldn't get his team out of the rut that we're in.
Avery Johnson played basketball.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Shout out to Avery Johnson, my dog, Lefty.
Jake, who you got out of that group?
I feel so bad. I'm not in here. All right. When you first get home, there's just so much stuff to digest and take care of.
They miss you.
It's too much. With this dang puppy and everything. Please tell me what I need to answer here.
We're going to give you a blind situation here, Jake. We're going to give you 5 teams. We're not going to name you QBs. You're just going to say which team's going to have the better QB.
All right.
Tennessee, Texas Tech, Kansas State, South Carolina, or BYU. If you know any of those QBs, you can kind of figure that to your answer too. But which team will have the better QB?
I'm trying, and I'm going to go down with what you've given me. I'm going to say South Carolina.
Oh, look at Jake, man. Even blind, he can see. Kind of with the majority here, in terms of what we chose to. Sellers. And I'm just going off that one game last year I seen under the lights. I think it was against Texas A&M. When he went crazy.
He was cooking up, yeah.
I
like Sellers too.
So.
Yeah, I like Sellers too. I also like that team.
Perfect. They were sneaky good last year. It's kind of intriguing that he was driving like they were, but that was a defensive-based team last year.
Yeah,
that defense was tough.
It will be again this year.
Defense was insane.
Definitely their calling card. Next group of teams, we have. Is it right? Yeah. 15 through 11. We got Echo.
Yeah, Jake.
They're better?
Yep.
Okay. He can unmute himself, right? You there, Jake?
Am I here? Am I there?
Yes. Yeah.
He put on his headphone.
Yeah, I did. I finally got fully set. I am here.
He's showing off the technology.
I got the iPad back. I can see you guys a lot better now, even though that's not an improvement. And I'm
Stepped
good
into
to
the
go.
studio. He got into the studio.
Jake, look at my gloves, Jake. Look at my gloves.
Hell yeah! Hey, punch! Hey, do an uppercut real quick. You'll get Will for me.
15 through 11, we got Michigan,
Punch yourself.
Iowa State, Alabama, Miami, and Ole Miss. Those quarterbacks are Michigan, Bryce Underwood, Iowa State, Rocco Beck, Alabama, Ty Simpson, which I think he's going to get replaced during the season.
Yeah, me too.
Now I always got a bias. Miami, Carson Beck, and Ole Miss, Austin Simmons. Who you like out of that group?
Ooh. I'll let Jake answer first. Oh, well.
I don't think any of those teams are getting driven by their quarterbacks.
I mean, I like Underwood though. He was the highest ranked.
Okay. That is that guy in it. He's the free. He look like Cam Newton standing next to everybody else. He was a monster, man.
Yes,
like 6'4", crazy athlete, crazy arm. He just do everything.
But what do we know? What has history told us? Exactly what Will said. He's going to have that slow start, but he's going to come into himself and end up having probably a decent to good season. But at the beginning, we're going to see interceptions. We're going to see confusion. About week 5, weeks, he's going to come into his zone right around the time where he's going to beat Ohio State again.
What are you talking about? Maybe. You talking about Bryce Underwood?
Bryce Underwood, maybe.
$10 million man?
Hey, that wasn't the case for Johnny Manziel, though. So, like, there is freshmen who cook. Plenty of them.
Mm-hmm.
Tebow was a freshman. Tebow Cook was a freshman. He just didn't get to play the whole season because it was Leak's team still.
Chris Lee.
This list is kind of it's like
not much excitement in there.
Exciting, but
I like Underwood, and I think bro from Georgia, he's gonna play with a good team. With the his girlfriend.
Oh, I mean, to be the best on this list and do if he does what he does.
He's the most experienced on this list. Yeah, he's the most experienced on this list.
But I didn't want to pick him. I wanted to see if I was thinking Rocco. Maybe Rocco's the best on this list due to experience and the fact that he's definitely going to get a stat line with Iowa State. Bryce Underwood, like Jake said, man, definitely filling some shoes with the way the team has been in the last few years. Everything from the news up top to the news on the field, everywhere. I would pick him. I would pick Bryce. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the field in terms of his potential, in terms of where he was stacked with his class. So I'm gonna say that he leads Michigan. Michigan is looking for a quarterback. We said the last quarterback, though JJ did a good job, towards the end of the season. Then we had to do win. This quarterback here is probably like, we want this guy here. You know what I'm saying? Look,
JJ McCarthy was a good player. This kid is a freak, like, athlete who's going to be playing quarterback for a really good team.
Can we stop talking about bums and move on?
Just cry
yourself. I'm sorry, Will. I'm sorry, Jake. I'm sorry, Jake.
I appreciate it, too.
Yes. Sorry.
I'm gonna give Underwood the nod, but I think if Russell can get in there and get some PT, they compare him to Jaden Daniels.
I can see it.
Will got a chance to see him last year slinging a rock.
Yeah, he could throw. He can throw the ball.
Numbers 10 through 6, we got Illinois, Arizona State, LSU, overrated, Oregon, Notre Dame.
It's Nussy here for me. Nussy's gonna have a Heisman level season, I believe. They got some guys for him over there. We went over this with the receiver list. How they have, they already had some decent guys already in camp, and then they went out and got the 2 guys Dale knew nothing about. And I think they're going to be a good team.
Here's an early Heisman Trophy front runner too.
He's gotta be, because he got Nick Anderson and fucking Barry and Brown. Like both of those guys can stretch the field in different ways. One of them is 6'6", the other one's 6 feet, flying up the field. He gonna have weapons everywhere, and we do know that if they're already good receivers and now they're going to LSU, they're going to be better receivers than they were yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
LSU
Just because I missed it on accident. What exactly is this list about, Coach? Sorry.
It's the top 25 teams in a projected starting quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I'm not being, Big Ten favoritism here. I don't know how Drew Aller's not on this top 10.
Because we're not the 10 yet.
It's about the 25 teams first, and then we get to the quarterbacks on those teams.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
We're on 10 through 6 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which means, Jay, that they may be better than we thought they were.
I do like Nussy, as you guys said. And if I have to group them together, I would think Sam Levitt, because he's such a versatile quarterback. But what is it going to look like without Scatterboo back there? And I like Dante Moore just because of the weapons he's got out there, wide receiver for Oregon.
Oh, they better get my man on the field, or I'm a riot. They better get him on the field. I know it's tough to get on the field as a freshman receiver.
That's Will's. That's Will's boy.
He's different. I've seen it.
He's been on the field this season. Did they have an injury not too long ago?
They did.
He'll be on the field. He'll be on the field.
The injury should open up the window for DeCorian to get in there.
Hopefully, but they are loaded up at receiver from what I saw on their depth chart. He was not in the top 4 of their depth chart, and I was like, y'all crazy.
Do we think? I'm gonna say this. Dante Moore. I mean, obviously, we know what Oregon possesses. We know what they can bring. What are y'all thoughts of him as a QB in general?
Got big shoes to fill.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're kind of little shoes. It's Dylan Gabriel.
So I feel.
You know what? That was you know what's fucked up is that was such a layup of a joke that it still caught me off guard and was funny as fuck.
It was a layup, but it was good. It was a fancy layup, like behind the head. I mean, one of those.
It has some finesse to it.
Well, yeah, we'll go with Dale. We'll make Dale happy tonight. He's not here though. Screw you, Dale.
Big Nussy.
We'll go Gary.
I just think he has the most experience in big games and in the SEC of that group, and also like we stated, lots of guys to throw to.
How old is he? He's 25.
Yeah. I'm about to. I thought so. He's like 40. He's
I
amazing.
was going to say 40. I don't want to say like that. 25 reason.
Also, remember, Coach, your boy's on that team. One of your Texas boys is on that team as running back too, and he's actually going to be the guy.
Yeah, it should have been last year, Dale.
We told Dale this all year.
Oh, no, he's 23. Yeah.
It's not how we do things. And then by halfway through the season, that was the guy. And he was like, we played all along. Shut up, Dale.
Go home, Dale.
Go home, Roger. Go home, Dale.
All right, so we got the top 5. Penn State, Georgia, Clemson, Ohio State, and Texas.
This is where
you got tough. Penn State with Drew Aller. Georgia with Gunnar Stockton. Clemson with Cade Klubnik.
Who's probably the leader.
Ohio State
one of the leaders for Heisman.
Yep. Ohio State with Julian Sayin. The right, Jake?
Is a big
sir.
Question mark for me.
And Texas with Arch Manning. Who you got?
So we know Ohio State basically had NFL guys not even starting at one point on that team. Like, that's how good that team was. And every time I saw Julian Sayin come in, didn't wow me at all. So I'm not trusting Julian. I'm not saying he's not going to be able to turn it around and be good. A year under the belt. And again, very fun to have Jeremiah on the other side of any pass, which he will have. And also Tate is out there. So, like, he's got guys. But that also says he has a lot of pressure, and he's young, and I didn't like what I saw. Or not, I didn't like. I just didn't see anything special when he got on the field last
with the handful of plays that you got to see of him. I actually completely agree with Will. I'm not worried about the season because I know who we have behind him. They can play. There are good players behind him and guys that have been in that system that can go in, like Lincoln Keenholz. I would not be surprised if something happened and he ended up being the starter. But in no super particular order or anything. Actually, it is. With those ranked, I think the kid from Clemson is top tier, right at the top.
Mm-hmm.
He's that good. He's awesome. He does everything right and brought Clemson back to where the old Clemson was with Trevor Lawrence. Number 2, this is going to shock some people, is Drew Aller. He is the grandpa of the Big Ten. He's only 21, but he's started for 2 straight years. This will be the 3rd one. He knows how to play the game. He's got the most seasoning on him. And this isn't his first year of starting like some of these quarterbacks. But the other guy that I named has started, and he's obviously better. Number 3 is Arch Manning, then Julian Saint. I don't even know who the other guy you said was, but he's 5th.
Gonna start.
I like the order.
And the only reason Arch is 3rd is because he didn't start.
We don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know.
It's the unknown.
We quite possibly may have seen less of him than we saw of Julian.
100%.
And that mainly because a lot of plays when we saw Arch wasn't throwing. Man was running.
Yeah,
had him on some reads and stuff. So, but I think that part of his game is going to be fun to watch. He's not quite Manziel athletic as a white quarterback, but he can move. He gonna boogie. He gonna make some plays.
He's a big dude too.
I also think, Coach, the one thing I've talked about since like the very end of last season for y'all was, and actually I was talking about this even before the championship game, that your receiving core was gonna take a hit. Now y'all brought guys in. We know that. We know you got guys in. But what I didn't see is that you got any like some of the key receiver transfers. I don't know if you got any of those. So at the very least, you will have talent at receiver, but it's gonna be extremely young talent. Now, I think you got a 5-star guy out there. You got one of the best recruits this year and last year, I believe. Last year, the guy, what's his name? God damn it, I always forget. There's like 4 of them, and I forgot. I know Mizell.
Bond?
No, Bond's gone, right? Yeah, Bond's in the league.
Yes, I think talking about from last year.
No. Didn't y'all have a freshman come in last year who was gonna never mind, whatever. I'll move on. But yeah, I just think I'm worried.
Ron
Wingo, that's who it is. So Wingo is y'all. He needs to take a major jump. Not saying that he can't. It's just that because of the team y'all had, he wasn't on the field enough last year. Very much like our freshman receiver from last year, Mizell. He didn't have the Jeremiah Smith and Ryan Williams freshman season, coming in and just wrecking shop. But he did make some plays. So Wingo's got to take a huge jump. If he does, Arch is going to do some damage. If he doesn't, the rest of your receiving core is pretty young.
I'm looking that, they've got Parker Livingston. No, take it back. Ron Wingo's a sophomore. They got DeAndre Moore as a junior. You got Rhett Anderson, a sophomore, and the other 2, 4, 6 guys are all freshmen.
Freshmen, yeah, that's what I noticed when I looked.
Very young, very young.
They are young. They got to grow up, and not only are they young, they're in the SEC now, and they're one of the lead teams coming in. They're in the top 5 already at the gate. They will need to grow up fast, and that's going to be tough. But that doesn't mean they won't. It's going to be tough.
Hold on,
we're on the flip side.
Julian out. Does the Ohio State quarterback outplay Archie Bannon and Jeremiah Smith shows these receivers on the side?
What it's funny you say that too. That this is why we brothers, because we thinking of the same. I was gonna say I actually think Julian has a better chance of looking better early because he has a literal Julio Jones on the field throwing to him from the moment he gets out there, and also another guy who's just another NFL receiver on the other side. So his weapons are going to be more proven. It's him who's not proven. Whereas with Arch, I think little more belief in him, but the receivers aren't proving yet. Go ahead.
All right. I got a question for Jake because this is his team. We've always talked about, especially for a young quarterback, outside of the tight end, their best co-pilot, so to speak, is going to be a sound, solid running game. He lost 2 horses this year in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be able to fill those big-ass shoes from both those guys?
Will they be able to fill the shoes? I doubt it. Do they have competent running backs right there? Yeah. Peoples is a damn good running back, and we got the kid from West Virginia and Donaldson. He's about a Josh Jacobs-sized running back, which I was not expecting Ohio State to run with. But will they be able to fill the shoes? Probably not. Is it still going to be a sound run game? Ohio State always has a sound run game, so I think we're fine.
They always have like 3 NFL players on their offensive line. So, like, I feel like their running game will still be solid, but it's not going to matter. They're only going to need a guy. Both of their backs could have a 3.5 yards per carry average, and that'll be just enough to put in his tummy and fake it, take it out, and then throw that shit all the way down the field to a wide open Jeremiah Smith. The play action is going to be what they live on. Giggity, by the way.
And I will throw this out there, and it's Will's fault that I have confidence in my offensive line. I talked to him about this. I was like, Will, the offensive line is probably the scariest part of this coming season for me. Not the quarterback, the line. We lost 4 of our starting offensive linemen, and he was like, okay, and? I was like, yeah, we lost our 4 starters. He was like, yeah, I don't want to hear about you and your Ohio State lineman problem. You guys have 3 deep that can all play in the NFL or at least get there. Yeah, I don't want to hear you have an offensive lineman problem because the next guy up can normally go to the league at that school. I don't want to hear it, so shut up. And I was like, okay, you know what? Fair enough. You're right.
Offensive line, they always got big uglies in Ohio State. Always.
So he shut me up real quick about that, and I stopped worrying about the offensive line. So, and like Will said, bunch of big uglies up on that line. Those running backs might only average 3.7 yards a carry, but it's going to be just enough to get first downs and not have to worry about it.
Just a lot of Jeremiah Smith. That's a lot of that.
So real quick, so we looked at all these quarterbacks, and one of the ones that we kind of highlighted was LaNorris Sellers from South Carolina. It was said by, I believe his father had mentioned that he actually turned down an $8 million NIL offer from a Big Ten team, if I'm not mistaken.
Of course he did.
Who do you think? He was the 3rd freshman in FBS history to throw for 2,500 yards and rush for 500. Who are the other 2 that did it?
Freshman Manziel.
That's one. Man, that mud knows his shit.
And then Vince Young.
Nope.
Cam.
Wasn't Vince? Ooh.
It wasn't Vince.
Freshman.
Wasn't Cam.
Was it Cam?
Nah, because
Nope.
Cam didn't
Jake.
play freshman. Remember he had the whole thing in Florida when he was a freshman?
Freshman, right?
Yeah, freshman. Fuck.
Okay.
Other freshman female who can run.
Jake, what's your guess?
With Jamarcus Russell?
Yeah, stop that, Batman. That Batman didn't run for nobody's 500 yards.
This one kind of surprised me. The Manziel one, I knew that one, but this one surprised me. Jalen Hurts.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. If you had I should have asked for the school. I would have got it. No, I wouldn't. My next choice probably would have been bro who just left. I forget his name. Who's Bama quarterback who just left?
Milrow?
Milrow.
Yeah.
By the way, they gave a side-by-side comparison. I saw this video of a side-by-side comparison of who was it? Oh, it was Lamar Jackson. Like, first of all, his size, like height, weight, all that. Then is like his speed, 40 time. Then his numbers at this stage at Louisville and everything. And they put it side by side, and there was like Jalen Milrow is the same thing, but he weighs more. Like whoever got Jalen Milrow, we can see they could probably turn him into something. He's gonna be a talented guy.
All right. The next 2 topics we're gonna group together. This is where did it go?
I missed this, so I wasn't here early. Can I know about the gloves, please? Can I get?
No, they just knew. They new gloves, so I just put them on tonight.
Okay, why are they new? Why do you have them?
This is my summer thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going down the street with these. Anybody want?
Wait, he's had them on the whole time still?
Yeah, it's fun.
This guy. Took, this is why we love you. Never change.
You know what I'm saying? Tuco Malley, baby. Yeah.
Are you Tuco Malley? You making your debut?
Tuco Malley.
Tuco Malley's crazy. That's crazy.
All right. This is kind of like a mentioning. So the Pac-12 may be expanding. I don't know why they're still holding on, but the Pac-12 may be expanding. They're rumored. Memphis was the favorite at one point in time to join the Pac-12, but now it's like Texas State, formerly known as Southwest Texas State, just south of Austin. They do anything for anybody?
They just throw money at any team now to join their conference, huh?
This the bless
I didn't
y'all,
like it.
bless y'all heart conference. That's what this is.
So I mean, this is what now is a Power 5 school. Remember that was a Power 5 school. Does that mean that whoever wins this conference gets an automatic bid?
Oh my God!
I'm just asking. I don't know. I want to know.
No. I said, oh my God, because that's a legitimate question and it's bullshit.
It should be. They should get an automatic bid. They're the Major 5 conference. They win the conference. They deserve to get their ass by a big team.
You ready for this? Before they get an automatic bid, I'd rather Notre Dame get an automatic bid. That's what I'm on right now. Fuck that.
Yes.
And y'all know how I feel about Notre Dame. And Notre Dame and the Aaron Rodgers conversation.
So you do realize, you do realize I'm trying to make sure that this team's actually in there. I'm looking at it really quick. Hold on, I'm making sure I got this right because didn't Gonzaga move to that? Yeah, Gonzaga did.
Yeah.
How about football?
So just remember, Gonzaga has a football team. They're going. They might win the conference. That's an automatic big. The Gonzaga Bulldogs, the team that is known, the team that is known for basketball, it could be in the playoffs. Remember that. No
They
automatic
have a
bid for
football
that.
team.
Yes, they do.
Really?
Yes.
I never knew that.
Listen.
You're welcome.
You look this up. So this is looked up. So this is confirmed that Gonzaga will have a football team in the Pac-12.
Yes, the whole conference moved to the Pac-12.
No. I understand. No. But there's certain teams that they won't move. They moving the basketball team from the WAC conference. They moving
but they didn't move them football.
They move
Some
football. I know that
football.
they not. I mean, I would have did it, but they're not going to win a conference.
Gonzaga is going to get stepped on, but the point of what he's saying is that they theoretically have a chance to get an automatic bid.
I love it.
Which is, I hate it.
I love it. Opportunity.
Adam Silver has traded Gonzaga to the Lakers. Brandon's going off. Hey, the Lakers just got bought for $10 billion, man. Listen here. I know it's ain't a basketball show, but how you feel about the Buss family selling?
It was going to happen at some point. It kind of happened out of left field, but it was going to happen. A lot of people in the Laker country were rooting on the low that it would happen eventually. It did. And I'm not mad at the person that got sold to, a guy that's got the Dodgers, with a whole bunch of players and saving money still. Maybe he could do that with the Lakers. We'll see.
What money he saved with the Dodgers?
I mean, no, I'm talking about to be able to go get Russ back in the bid.
I'm about to say, they're the opposite of saving money in that motherfucking
the Eagles owner, and the Dodgers owner. I need to meet them in real life.
The Eagles GM is the guy. Him and Pressy
I need to meet him.
Are the GMs of
Howie Roseman.
Roseman and Pressy. Crazy.
So I'm looking up now the current teams of the Pac-12. Oh, they do get an automatic bid.
To see what I mean?
That's what Boise State plays at.
Holy shit.
And Boise State got an automatic bid last year.
Listen.
Gonzaga will make it out of there with Boise there. So.
Listen, remember, Fresno State could get an automatic bid.
Yeah.
We don't
Cal
need this.
Poly. So the members are Gonzaga, Washington State, Oregon State, Boise State, Utah State, Colorado State, Fresno State, Cal Poly, Cal State Bakersfield, San Diego State, and Little Rock.
What a bunch of little sisters of the
Let's
board.
go, Little Rock. Let's go, Little Rock.
Gonzaga Community College.
Let's go, Little Rock. Little Rock play what the hell this year.
Oh, that's even great. That's even better. We're talking.
They play bunker, cuz.
No, I'll play.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's even better.
And I was like, no way.
So the Little Sisters of the Poor Conference even has a school with the name Little in it, Little Rock. That's just great.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up we got big news for Will's team, Florida. They got a 5-star recruit defensive end, JaReylan McCoy. He committed to Florida, even though it's a verbal commitment, but that's good. They're building still.
How are people still committing? How are there 5 stars committing?
For next year.
Oh.
They're all verbal, non-binding.
Oh.
And then I misspoke earlier. It wasn't Sellers going to the Big Ten. It was the quarterback from Vanderbilt I was thinking about, Diego Pavia.
Oh,
he turned down. I like that kid. He reminds me of Manziel without the partying.
Yeah. It's all the heart and none of the drugs.
All these signing and commitments just to go 7-7.
When Lawrence Taylor asked about his favorite Christmas gift, he said, "Oh, I don't know, a little rock." EOP, dog.
It's puns for the family.
My man, Big Lawrence, man. Definitely like the little rock.
And the last college story that we have, EA Sports for College Football 26, the player payouts. They're saying that the payouts are going to be based on actual playing time.
So wait, so I heard this rumored. Is this official now?
From what I saw, let me pull it up here. Hold on a second.
So
because the article I saw,
I know what's going on with this. You could get more of the details as you look, but basically, the more a team gets used in online matches, because those are the matches they track, the more a singular team, let's say Ohio State or Texas, the more those teams get used in online matches, the more the kids will get paid. You can literally help get your guy paid. Now, I truly believe the money won't be even crazy because this is absurd. I don't think one of two things will be true. Either the money won't be that high, this is just a really good marketing scheme, or they don't fucking know how crazy gamers are. They have no idea and how crazy this is going to get, because you get a couple hundred true Texas, Ohio State fans who know that they going to get their guys more money. That's all they're going to do. They ain't going to have talk about kids, 15, 16 with no jobs, just at home, playing with Ohio State all day, just getting their guy paid. It's crazy that this is going to work this way. There has to be a cap to it.
It's going to be 50 cents a play.
That's will add up.
So it's going to be like online play.
Yeah.
Like the music industry right now.
Hey, listen here, all you guys. Listen here, all you guys at Penn State, at Kent State. I'm gonna make y'all some money.
Yo, he's not lying, bro. He uses this team every year in this game.
What's your thing with him?
Let's go Golden Flash. Yeah, that's where Julian Edelman went. Also, it's where Josh Cribbs went and James Harrison. That's about it.
We did the research last night on this team because I was like, why?
He's like, what is up with you in Kent State? I'm like, well, one, Julian went there, and two, Kent State's in Ohio. Come on.
That part I didn't know, because why would anybody know where the fuck Kent State is unless you're there?
Hey, speaking of which, Coach, shut up, Will. Don't answer this. Coach, I got a question for you. Where is Penn State located? Why do I keep saying Penn? Where is Kent State located?
Where is it located?
Yeah.
Ooh. It's not in Kent, Ohio.
It is in Kent, Ohio.
It is in Kent, Ohio.
And you know what? They can't do anything right.
Yeah, they can't do anything right.
Hey, Kent State didn't Saban coach there?
Did Saban coach there? We also Antonio Gates went there as well. By the way.
Antonio Gates did go there.
I'm trying to think.
Deep dive on Kent State last night. It was
Nick Saban. Yeah, we had a whole thing. There was a whole storyline. It was fun.
Yeah.
Nick Saban.
Yes, Nick Saban. Nick Saban was. What does that even mean? Whatever a G. He was a graduate. He was a graduate assistant He was a linebacker coach there. Those two things: graduate assistant and a linebacker coach at Kent
He was
State.
a
That's a pull. That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut, coach.
He also
That's a deep cut.
I'm a historian, baby.
he also played defensive
You know what
back.
being a historian means?
You're old.
What's that?
He was a he was a defensive back and played at Kent
I'll
State
walk
from
into that.
1970 to 1972.
Set him up.
I walk
and
right
Jake
into
knocked
that.
him down. Who do you think you are? I am.
I walk right into that shit, man. That was good. That was real good.
hey, look, if Will's throwing the oops, you know I'm a crash down on.
Yeah. It's almost like
Oh,
we rehearsed
man.
that, but we didn't.
I want to say
Does Coach know
I
more about
think-
Kent State than me?
I think Lou Holtz has ties there too.
Get out. I'm gonna look it up right now.
If you get another pull,
Yeah,
You're old.
yeah.
No.
I just,
No way.
yeah. He played linebacker there.
Hey man, Kent State. Hey, remember that Kent State used to be something.
76. Wait, Lou Holtz is a
Yeah, no.
1,000.
Lou Holtz
56
played
and 57.
56, 57 linebacker. Great pool, Coach. Great pool.
We educate on this show, baby.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. But
My
I'm not.
grandmother
Hey,
was 6.
remember, I'm not no Kent
He
State
did.
fan, but I rep for him. Thank you, Jules.
My dad was 5.
Crazy work. Crazy work.
And he'd been retired for 13, 14 years.
And he worked late,
Yeah.
didn't he? He worked past like 65, right? Like he worked later than he had to.
I think he retired when he was 62 or 63. He retired early.
Ooh, baller. He was like, I'm ahead of the game.
Nah, he had to go get them new knees.
Yeah. So, but just remember the whole point of this entire derailment is just so I can let all my homies at Kent State know I'm gonna make you some money this year.
And I will witness
All
it.
right.
And yeah, he's gonna do it.
Find you guys, everybody that's going to get this game. Find you the most obscure team. You don't give a fuck who they are or where they're at. You don't even know where they're located. Go make them some money.
Bowling Green. Here we go.
That's in Kentucky. I'll take it.
I'll make BC the money then. Let's go, BC.
I'll get
Yeah,
out.
he said the most.
No, that's
obscure, the most.
Hey, coach.
Yeah, they're obscure.
Coach, you and that-
Bro, he just dissed his own place.
Yeah, but he's right, so he can't really call it. He's just right.
I might have to take a look at somebody like UTSA.
Oh, I thought you were going to say North Texas.
Yeah, that makes sense. Of course, Texas.
I haven't played with North Texas in a long time.
What's
What are
that?
they,
Hey,
the green?
yeah,
the
that.
green wave.
The main green.
The mean green.
Mean
Oh,
green.
Mean green.
Hey,
bro.
and you know what?
They
Hey,
got some fire jerseys.
I like that because, well, I told Will I was like my favorite color is green. So North Texas, I've played with them before just because of that reason.
They had one of the fastest players in the game last year, like a 98 speed. Bro, was out.
I used to play with them at one point in time because they was the first program to offer me a letter.
Hey, there you go.
Say less. You should have went.
That would have been.
I actually went on a recruit visit. Mom stayed outside crocheting. Me and my boy went on a recruit visit. She stayed outside crocheting the entire day.
So
Was that the place? Was that the place that Mom Duke said, or the family was like, we didn't like the living situation, so you didn't go?
That was Jackson State.
Ah, Jackson. Okay.
So
Yeah,
obviously,
it was HBCU. That's right. Okay, yeah.
so obviously it's north, but where exactly is North Texas located in Texas?
It is just north of DFW in Denton,
All right.
on the way to Oklahoma.
Ooh.
I'm probably about 40, 45 minutes from campus.
Are
Yeah,
they
a
in
little bit more.
Tornado Alley? Are they?
And they actually are.
Oh, no.
From what I'm looking at, it looks like that's a nice campus too.
It is, and they have TWU is right there, around the corner from them. Texas Women's University.
Oh, what could go wrong?
That's where moms went to school.
Oh no!
Hey.
Let me hide under this rock now for saying that shit.
Hey, this is cool. Hey, I'm looking at the notable alumni. Joe Green went there.
Main Joe Green. Yep.
So green.
I want to say I think Eric Pegram went there too. He's played for Falcons.
I'm trying to find the rest of the alumni
Was
section
Mom
here.
Dukes there when Mean Joe Green was there, or am I fucking up with ages here?
That was before her time.
Okay.
Right before her time.
Right,
Probably like 4 or 5 years, maybe.
Damn.
Fucking Meatloaf went there. What the hell?
Yo, dad could have been Mean Joe Green.
Oh my God.
I actually
Why'd
went to
you
school
do
with his kids though. Daylon and Major.
Were they good?
They were decent. But I'm giving that props to them with Duncanville Panthers, baby.
Oh, that's why. Okay.
Does anybody know?
It all
who's-
comes back to Duncanville every time.
Does anybody know?
Always.
Does anybody know who Cedric Hardman is?
Cedric Hardman.
Cedric Hardman.
Defensive end. He went there from 1966 to 1969, and he played for the 49ers and Raiders from 1970 to 1981.
So 66 to 69. So he was there with Mean Joe Green, right?
Sounds about right. Let's see. Yes, sir.
Are we just pulling names out of the air now, or is it just?
No, I'm just looking at the. I'm looking at the what you
The
call
guys they
it?
sent to the league?
Yeah, no, the alumni players. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense.
So how do y'all feel about Lamar Jackson possibly being the highest paid quarterback?
It's not surprising.
Numbers don't mean anything
Oh.
anymore.
Coach. Hey, I'm sorry. I don't mean to go back on a thing. The two of the Von Erich brothers went there.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they sure did.
David and Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pull for Tuke too. You're welcome.
Because they lived in Denton County.
Yeah, they did.
Yes,
Yeah, that's right. Did you ever
They're
go
one of
to
the
one of them?
most tragic families in Texas.
Did you ever go to one of them big wrestling shows, Coach? Because Texas was known for good professional wrestling.
I was never able to go because I was too young around about that time. Pops went on a regular basis to the Sportatorium.
Yeah, dude, that's legendary.
They need to rebuild it. They tore it down. They need to rebuild it.
That's awful.
Is
This
When they
right
tore
here
it
is why
down
I
because
no
they
longer
thought this.
care.
They needed to make it a historical landmark instead of tearing it down.
They tore it down when they was trying to get the bid for the Cowboy Stadium. That was one of the sites.
And Jake, you don't get to make things a historical landmark unless they've been there for 100 years.
Fair enough.
Then
I
it
did not
makes
know that.
themselves. Yeah. That's what happened with Fenway. They were talking about knocking Fenway down, and Henry and them fought it for a while, kind of just muddied the waters and made it impossible to actually do it. And then by the time I started working there, like my first year there, we were building towards, and then we got to 100 years, and then it was like, it's official. You can't do. You can move the team if you want, but this building will never leave now. It's an historical landmark.
I'm gonna show my lack of baseball knowledge. Was Fenway built in 1908 or 1918?
1918.
Ah, got you.
I
See,
mean,
at
it could
least
have been started earlier, but
I remember.
well, no,
at
wait.
least I remembered the damn thing.
I think it had no. You might be right. It might have been built in 1908 because I was there for the 100th year season, and I wasn't there in 18 anymore. So yes, it would have been 2008 that I was there, and yes, that was the 100th year. So 1908 is when they got built. Was when they got built. Had to be.
And then the one that it broke ground in 1911, opened in 1912, and then the only one that's older than Fenway is Wrigley, right?
No, it's not. Fenway's the oldest. Wrigley's second.
Gotcha. And Wrigley might be the one that was born. Why did I say born? Built in 1918. Let's see.
Also, fun fact: I flew over Wrigley on my way to Kansas City, and you could see the ivy from the plane. It was nuts.
All right,
Like,
so
that's how prominent the ivy
they
is.
all
Wow.
Wrigley also broke ground in 1911, but they did not open until 1914.
Ah.
So Fenway opened
That's
2
good.
years earlier.
So they broke ground, but they must be counting from when they started the build, which I assume was 1908. Because in 2008 is when I'm pretty sure they became 100.
Well, no,
Unless I guess
breaking ground's the start.
Yeah. Yeah.
But hold. So wait, they broke
You
ground.
said-
They broke ground for Fenway in March. They broke ground for Fenway in.
Wrigley,
Where's it at?
Wrigley twice.
They,
Wrigley.
my bad. They broke ground at Wrigley in March. They broke ground for Fenway in September. But because they opened first, they have the what?
Nothing good.
no.
But Fenway opened first, so that's why they get the 100 years.
It's amazing that you guys are talking about baseball.
Hey, we're talking about history of baseball.
We're talking
not
about
baseball now.
We're talking about baseball. So yeah,
Technically, we're talking about the history of a building.
talk about baseball.
Yeah,
Talk about baseball.
yeah. Coach still remembers when Fenway opened up.
No. He gonna fuck you up.
Look, he's cracking his knuckles.
No, he wasn't cracking the knuckle. He was letting the weevil out.
I'm sorry, Coach. Hey, Coach, I mowed one later. Don't worry, I'll be prepared for it.
Oh, I got you. You got it covered. All right. All right. So we kind of spoke about this, I think, Monday night, if I'm not mistaken. The language that was included in Shemar Stewart's contract that he had a problem with. This part I did know. There's 2 other contracts that have the same verbiage in it.
On the same team?
It is two other first round picks.
Mm-hmm. Who are they?
Walter Nolan with the Cardinals.
Wow.
And Gray Zabel with the Seahawks.
Gray Zabel of all people?
Yep.
I don't. They gotta hold. All 3 of them gotta hold out. They can't let him get. We can't let him get away with it. They can't let him get away with it. They can't.
What a trope to pull.
As long as I mean,
they already signed the other 2.
So stupid. So stupid.
And because they signed, the Bengals think that this is okay to try to pull off, meaning they're not going to budge.
Let's be honest. The Bengals would have tried this shit if no one signed because they're the Bengals. They do this shit with contracts. Yep. They're weird.
The thing is that draft picks are still currently getting signed at this moment. I wonder if there are any other first round picks besides him that have still not signed.
We'll see.
And I'm wondering if the second round picks are getting this kind of an offer as well. Or if this is just first round picks.
I feel like they might, I won't say none, but I feel like there's going to be less second rounders with this deal because the second rounders aren't as big a risk in terms of contract money, like in terms of money. Like,
yeah, I mean, you can see how low these contracts go because they just said Scadaboo got signed today for like $5 million, and he's a 4th round pick.
A running back. He's a running back though. That's actually a high. Remember, 2,000 yard back last year got what, $6 million?
Yeah.
Right. So Scadaboo getting 5 is actually high as a 4th rounder.
Took, you've been trying to say something. What you got?
Yeah, I found y'all list that y'all wanted, but yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, please.
Yeah. As of today, the 18th, 3 first round picks remain unsigned. Travis Hunter, Sherman, Stewart, and Jahdae Barron of the Denver Broncos.
Ooh.
40 players in total from this draft remain unsigned. 30 of them are second round selections.
Because usually the second round is way for the first rounders to sign.
Yeah.
I wonder if that means Henderson hasn't signed yet.
No, Henderson signed.
Second round?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I believe I've seen something like he signed. Usually Patriots are good with doing that. They usually get their players up to 8. You don't really hear it in the news line like that, but those guys did it.
To be fair, that's because if they didn't sign, fucking Bill would have traded their ass. So like, for that many years, they just had to sign and make sure they got to camp.
I just looked. It said as of the 13th, he is still not signed yet.
Oh, wow.
His contract is projected to be a 4-year, $11.13 million deal. Negotiations are still ongoing.
Who is that?
Travion Henderson.
Henderson, the running back from Ohio State that we got. Who is probably going to end up starting at running back for us this year. What up, Pete?
And I'm 100% cool with it.
Hey, anybody got eyes on Bobby? He ain't been here in a while, man. You all right, Bobby?
Bobby made it. He was here. He came last night, I believe. No. He made an appearance today earlier. Doing our group sessions.
Okay.
So you'll see a little bit more Bobby. Been taking care of life. Shout out to Bobby, man.
Got another one of them.
Enough living, Bobby. Join us.
Got another.
He came in a little bit.
Okay.
Got another one of them Twitch scumbags in there too. I just noticed.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to the Twitch scumbag.
No, shout out. Don't give them no light. Fuck them. That's why.
Fuck them bots.
Hey,
bot ass bitch.
Who's gonna give him a shout on the roll call tonight?
Bobby Digital.
Bobby.
Bobby Light.
Y'all
He's Bobby Light.
have two draft picks they haven't signed yet.
Please tell me the other one's not the
Here,
receiver.
this Craig Woodson, safety.
All right, good. Don't care.
At least we got the wide receivers locked.
Yeah, important. He's going to spend 4 years here being really good and hopefully sign later after that.
That's not bad.
He's going to have
though.
a Zay Flowers impact. I think he's going to be like Zay Flowers. He remind me most of Zay.
And two, for us, we have one guy that hasn't signed.
Who'd that be?
Your BC guy.
Oh, shit.
Donovan Izaraku. He's the only one not signed.
Of course, man. You got it.
They try to figure out how to spell his name on his jersey. That's why.
Have no name on the
All right, we got two more topics, gents.
Alabama.
You got Richard Sherman was officially charged with a DUI from his 2024 arrest.
Took long enough.
It does, and that came from right before that he had the domestic incident in 21, and he pled down to misdemeanor charges.
I thought he was speeding off to go tell Crabtree he's mediocre.
Ha!
The Yankees chain again.
To lead with the grab.
No, but get to the real dummy. Get to the real donkey of the day.
Dale?
Nope. We got two donkey of the day before we get to the first one.
Okay.
Who is it?
The second one is somebody who we already knew was a donkey. That's Antonio Brown, officially on the run, leaving the country, as I'm hearing, as of 2 hours ago. Via
oh my God.
Yeah, CTE is acting up so bad. He the only motherfucker I know to run from the law to the middle of the country. What are you doing? Take your ass to Canada or something. Like, figure it out.
Crazy.
Why gotta be Canada like
during the
that?
weekend that he went to Iran. He don't want to go to Iran right now. And if anybody's watching world news, nobody wants to be in Iran right now. But we're not going to talk about that. This is the Playcall Sheet, football, sports, and space. And then this is a little quick for me. I seen the crew mention it last night, talked about it for a little bit. When I woke up this morning, I thought Henry Ruggs was a free man. I thought he was out of jail. I'm like, word, Henry Ruggs in Jersey. But apparently, he got on a special release to go to an event. When he did at that event, apologized to the young lady's family who he had hit and killed. His parole is eligible for parole August 2026. So at this time next year, we'll possibly be maybe speaking on him possibly getting out. But that was just quick news, man. Anybody else that talk?
If Dale's watching, Q Dale saying, let him free Ruggs and come to the Saints. This diabolical human being.
He was like, Loomis, do your job.
Yeah. And then what did he say? What did he say next? He said, Loomis, do your job. And he said, if we don't get Ruggs, we riot. Some bullshit like that.
He was just dailing it.
Listen here. Hey, Mike, you said AB rich after Trump for a pardon. Hey, I'm not even trying to put no curse on nobody here, but the way the world's looking right now is not looking good, and Trump's gonna have AB fight for him. That's gonna be the situation. That's gonna be the stipulation if that was ever to happen.
He's gonna get that pardon. He's gonna make him Secretary of the State.
Well, let's get to the real donkey of the day.
Who is that?
One Shedeur Sanders got pulled over doing 101, like he wanted to be rough
in
or something.
Cleveland.
In Cleveland.
In a 60.
In a 60. 101 in a 60. Like, bro, how good do you actually think you are? You would think falling to the 5th round would wake a brother up. Just made him dumber.
Hey, he just wanted to be fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck, boy. That's the only time he ain't fast on the field. Fast as fuck, boy.
Golly.
Come on, Shedeur, man.
Hey, look, Coach, you can't take me nowhere.
I gave him a lot of shit during the draft. I gave him a lot of shit after the draft. But then I said, I do believe that this would get his head on straight, that this would refocus him. And what he do but go out and prove me wrong yet again. So I don't know what to do with the young man, bro.
They never should have gave you money.
But he had money. He had money. So it don't even make any sense. He had money. He came for money.
Will's out here getting pissed off. He's like, why are you doing this to me?
And we don't want nobody speeding. We don't want nobody speeding in this world, man. We don't want nobody speeding for that.
Yo,
but this shit's just fucking 10 times of a hell of a story because it's him. Because it's him. Speeding. It's fucking speeding. Give him a ticket. Hell alone. On the football field, he's busting ass. Keep busting ass, Shador. But it's only big like this because of his name and Shador. Anybody fucking 100. Ticket. Fucking be out. Warning, whatever. The cops probably booked them. You know what I'm saying? Because the cops, they want to be in the media too. They want to have the story that they did this shit to him. They booked him for doing 101 and 60. Man, but anybody today talking about that Karen Reed shit. Man,
it's not about Shador, and it's not about just 100. It's about you knew that you fell in the draft for a reason. Character, right? This speaks to character issues. You gotta keep your and you know what the other thing is? If Shador was a corner, you're right, wouldn't be a story. Not nearly as much. Despite his Sanders name, he's a quarterback. If Johnny Manziel did this, they would have lost their mind. If Tim Tebow did this, the world might have crumbled because Jesus was speeding.
Listen here. It sucks. I wish he had a game on. Hold on. I wish he had a game on Sunday. I wish he was in a position where he was the QB and it was a game Sunday, so he can fucking hurt the critics up and fucking play a spectacular game. Because this is what I feel, and just read this here. I just honestly I think, damn, it's him. And then I think about it. He's a Sanders who is, like I said, it's 10 times more. Your average person fucking speeds fucking over 35, 40 miles every single fucking day.
We're not talking about, dude, you got to stop comparing these people to average people. They're not average people. They get paid millions of dollars to play a game. That's not average.
I think honestly, celebrities too. Celebrities fucking stop celebrities and fucking speeding.
Yeah. Hey, Tuke might actually have a point here. Tuke might actually have a point here. Jeff Gordon. No. Jeff Gordon got pulled over one time, and he said, "Hey, man, I'm just trying to get to the race." He was like, "Well, I'm an Earnhardt fan. Sorry," and wrote him a ticket.
Okay. Now what happened? Who was it? Scotty Scheffler or who was Tyreek Hill? Like these other guys got caught speeding doing shit. They make it a big deal. It's a big deal. You can't do this shit. Also, you know what doesn't help Shador in this case? That in the same day there's a Henry Ruggs story. Not ideal.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
Will, you want to cover that?
Yeah. If he killed a young girl, yeah, absolutely.
What about covering?
The Henry Ruggs updates.
Oh, the updates is he's doing public appearances, speaking, and he apologized. But he said, I think one of the things that was both crazy, but also I understand. He was like, I wish I could meet them and they could meet the real Henry Ruggs, which is a little misguided. I understand why he's saying that, but also they're still going to meet the guy who killed their daughter. So it doesn't really matter if they meet you as a better person. You still killed their daughter and her dog, and didn't stick around from what I remember.
Yeah, man.
If I was a pop, Henry Ruggs would have gave you the hands, baby.
All I know is you had one job, Shador. It was to not get in trouble and just keep your shit on the field. I don't know. You know what's funny? And you were talking about you should never gave them money. I saw a funny clip with the two sons and Dion and Shiloh was like he was coming at Shador like, yo, you can't disrespect him like that. He built this. He was like, yo, you know what Pop said to me every day? He was like, Prime was like, you want to know how good I was? He was like, how good? He was like, look around. Look around, and they're sitting on their football field in their backyard and shit, and just that mansion and everything. He's like, look around.
Decent flex.
That's
decent.
Crazy flex, especially to your kids. Yeah, that's a flex.
Yeah, he put him on a desk.
yeah. I feel like Coach has said that to some of his kids at one point. You wonder how real life look around. We built this shit. We built this
city. Yeah, that was the white guys. Remember that.
Hey, I know you said there's no more stories tonight, but I want to enter a story that we can talk next week. But we can list. I want to give the listener names now quickly, but I want to open the play call sheet next week with this here, and we can dissect it.
You tease?
Okay.
What you doing?
Yeah, we tease. We have to tease. It's part of TV. You know what I'm saying? Get the people away. Hey, but if you want to give a name, go ahead tonight. I don't care. I'll go back to the list next week too. 9 players who are running out of time to prove themselves entering the year 2025.
We only had an
Mark that for next week.
First,
Damn, I want to do that
first
now.
name on the list, Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
By the way, you can end the list there. That's the biggest one. It's the biggest
Number
one.
9, Bryce
One
Young.
more.
Bryce
Really?
Young.
Rice?
Nah.
That's a weirdo. That's a weirdo one.
He's been in a bad situation up there. They have totally incompetence from management to coaching.
He's playing on a AAA team. Like he's playing in a bowl subdivision team. Like it's
Anthony Richardson is the next guy up here on this list.
oh, we can take care of that one. He's done. I don't think he's got it. He don't love football.
You think so?
He's already off. Yeah, he's already out.
This
All
is
the coach fans I know have given up on him already. And his own coach is infatuated with Daniel Jones right now. In fact, said he's tearing it up in OTAs and everything. So
Daniel Jones is?
Danny Dimes.
I'm hearing Dan Jones.
So he's already planting the seed.
Listen, for the content that it would give this show, I need Daniel Jones to throw for 5,000 yards this year. I need him to go
Mike
off
would melt
so that Mike can
down.
melt the fuck down.
We took the wrong quarterback.
They're taking the quarterbacks.
and the cherry on top, the cherry on top, Jackson Dart is just Danny Dimes. That'd be amazing.
Damn.
Jackson Dart just be old Danny Dimes. I need this for Mike.
We got a surprise. This is a surprise to me. Maybe not to y'all, but a surprise to me. Travis Etienne from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh yeah, Etienne.
Who?
Etienne, Travis Etienne, because he
Oh.
Nah, that checks out because he had, first of all, he went to the team where his quarterback was there, and they can't seem as a collective duo to get shit done in that backfield. And like their line hasn't been awful. He's got to do more. Simple.
Yeah, I wasted a 2nd-round pick on him last year.
Yeah, that was
A lot of people wasted picks on him last year.
Yeah, plenty did.
Treylon Burks is the next guy up here from Tennessee.
I think we can wrap that one up too. He's not doing it.
Calvin Ridley there, and then you got Tyler Lockett there to be a veteran presence. Maybe he can learn from them guys, but yeah, it may be old for him if we can't learn from these two. Calvin on the bad side for what he did, and Tyler for what he provided throughout his career. Next up, Evan Neal for the Giants, offensive tackle. Mike, this is your man.
Did y'all see that video today? When the whole offensive line just got, it looked like they were just made out of paper mache.
They got bullied, huh? Everybody?
It got bullied. Everybody made it real. And I think the captain said they're already in mid-season form.
Oh, no. That's crazy. Mid-season is wild.
We got Trevor Penning, offensive tackle from New Orleans Saints.
Who?
I love it because the Saints on there.
Yeah. You couldn't have a fucking ready to fail list without the Saints being on there.
Top to bottom.
I like this list too because they give a little bit of everything in terms of position. They didn't really go defensive backs, but they went a couple DNs here. Lucas Van Ness from Green Bay and Tyree Wilson from the Las Vegas Raiders. Tyree was drafted number 7 in 2023, and Van Ness was drafted number 13 in 2023.
Surprised they didn't spin it. Like the mid D line is good. Yeah, it's terrible.
I got a question. I got somebody that I think should have been on there.
Who that?
Oh, we know.
Who?
We know.
Dakota Rain. Dakota Rain.
Abso-freaking-lutely. This is a put up and shut up year for him.
I think it was like a star. If it was like a real like star-ridden like top 10, he would have been on the list. But I think shout out to CBS for this. I think they tried to give you a little, like I said, a little bit of everything in regards to the situation.
You know what? Dakota ain't on that list.
He already failed.
Because they are who we thought they were.
Listen here, Dakota.
They took
I
our
need a ring right here, baby. I need a ring, baby.
I think the
okay, so the last story we got for tonight was actually the thumbnail. That is the race that was canceled between Noah Lyles, Olympian Noah Lyles, and NFL star Tyreek Hill. It was supposed to have happened it's supposed to happen this weekend coming up. But it was canceled for personal reasons. How y'all feel about that?
On Lyles' part.
He already lost a race to Parsons. I don't care if he was running as hard or not. He should have been. Mr. Speed. Randy Moss wouldn't have sold that race. He'd have burned motherfuckers. Dion, Dennis Green, they would have burned motherfuckers. If you're the fastest man alive in football, you got to win that race. You let Michael Parsons beat you. I didn't expect him to show up against Noah Lyles.
It was good for both of them for this race to be canceled. We hear too much of Noah. Noah, we know that you do a sport and you high up here, man. But yeah, dumb the hell down a bit. Tyreek Hill though is what I'm more concerned with and happy that this race is not going on. Tyreek Hill is in this interesting part of his career right now. We know he's athletic. We know he has the ability. We know if Tua stays healthy or he has a decent quarterback, he could be one of the best 5 receivers in the game if he's not right now. I feel like what's happened to Tyreek is what happens to a lot of players. You get paid. You stop caring about shit other than the game. Last year was one of those years where Tyreek physically and mentally was drained. I hope as a football player this year, he comes back with that passion that I once seen, and we continue to see, but I feel like since the monies came, been kind of lackadaisical. I want to see that Tyreek this year. I don't know, maybe because his QB sucks, but I want to see that Tyreek. So Tyreek, please, fuck the races. We know you fast as hell. Get back to football, baby. Get back to the field. Get back to being that Tyreek Hill, man. Not that we're seeing because of speeding tickets and because you want to race Lloyd Niles. Because I see a 100-yard touchdown 3 times in a game. That's what I want to see.
And Noah Lyles, you want to race NFL guys? Learn how to catch.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Oh, man. You got to be the receiver.
Hey,
if he was a tight end, it'd have been a little better. I mean,
oh my! All right, we're done. Continue.
We went from 0 to 60.
Yeah, really, man. This guy should have just been
great.
wide left out instead. Goddamn.
Hey, Will, what do you do? Wait, what do you do with a pit bull with 3 balls? You walk him and hope the bulldog hits into a double play. Not your best work, Mike, but it was funny.
Yes, sir. And Jair Alexander to the Ravens. It was announced earlier. New addition to the Ravens secondary, and people are calling it right now, maybe on paper coming into the season, the best tandem in that side of football in the league.
You know what the best part about on paper is? I swear to God, every year they say this secondary of the Ravens is going to be spectacular, and for the last 5-6 years, the secondary for the Ravens has been questionable at best. They suck. So getting Jair Alexander, maybe it might fix their problems, but everybody else got to fix their problems first. We'll see how good that defense is because their linebackers.
They have one of the best safeties and one of the best corners in the league. I guess
their linebackers and their defensive line carries them while the secondary gives up big plays. We saw it all last year. So we'll see how it goes this year.
Yeah.
Or their D line is not as great as you're saying it is. Their secondary is better than their D line. The secondary got burned because the D line wasn't getting home.
That could be a reason.
They have literally one of the best safeties in the league and one of the best corners in the league. I just don't know how that's a bad second.
No, I think you're spot on with Hamilton. I think Humphrey's overrated.
He could be overrated, but even if he's overrated, he's still a top 10 corner in the league.
But I will give you, I will give you Hamilton. That dude's a problem.
Hamilton's unbelievable.
He's a fucking problem. I'm not even going to hate him. You guys know I hate the Ravens, but he's a fucking problem.
Hamilton's different. But now they got Jair, so yikes.
Could be interesting.
Could be. All right, guys. The magic number. Start something new tonight. The magic number today is 32.
Oh, we're doing magic numbers? Yeah. Who's the magic number?
Yeah.
That's Magic's number. You think you're funny?
That's the Hall of Fame game, right? 32 days to the Hall of Fame game?
Nope.
Oh.
Do we name a player that was 32?
OJ.
But you're in the but you're in that realm, Took. It's in that wheelhouse. 32 days. We are 32 days away from rookies reporting to training camp.
Okay.
35 days for vets.
I think it's an injustice that you have rookies waiting to go to camp so late.
Why? They just finished like a whole life. Like they had to take some time off.
She has to work. She has to work. She ain't sweet.
Bring your ass. Took said, bring your ass.
Bring your ass.
Nah, that's just me though. That's just me personally. But hey, they do what they do. They the professionals. They the people. I was a star. I'm a star. I'm a star of this show though. I'm not a star in the league. So therefore,
to be fair though, OTAs, like rookies show up to OTAs, and if they don't, it's usually issues
or contract,
or that, which is also just filing the issues.
Who y'all got for shout outs tonight, gents?
Shout out to you fellas. Great topics tonight for the football show. We really dove into some great football talk. I enjoyed this. Shout out to the chat. They were with us. Shout out to the viewers. We had like 19, 20, 22 viewers like throughout most of the show. Shout out to y'all.
Yes, sir.
And shout out to the brand, STWF TV. Follow us on STWF Sports. Go to the website.
Yes, sir.
Fucking go.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we have original content and articles on there.
Original content articles. You can watch our shows on the internet if you want to. If you don't want to watch on any other platforms that we do provide. Shout out to everybody across all streaming platforms for tuning in tonight. Shout out to X, man. I'm getting used to using my Twitter account again. So, maybe I get in a fight with one of these Twitter X in regard to something. I'm waiting for it to blow. But
I haven't opened Twitter in a year.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Took for finally giving me something to shout out. Shout out to Took's boxing gloves. Shout out to everyone that was in the chat tonight.
I got the red ones too coming, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah. Shout out to the picnic table and can't wait to see y'all next week.
He said a picnic table.
Yo, bro. Coach,
shout out to
you could have heard it. When it first dropped last night, I was in tears, bro. It's crazy. I almost woke my house up.
Shout out to Mike. Yes. Tomorrow is a barbecue day.
Oh, guess what? I got the day off.
Jake gonna be at a picnic.
Oh, tomorrow I'm gonna have a white picnic, white table, white everything.
I gotta be white.
Yeah, because I want to be seen.
Oh, fair enough.
What do you mean he's gonna have a bunch of white people on hands and knees, even up their backs like they tables?
Non-seasoned burgers and fries.
Non-seasoned burgers and fries. Also, I swear to God, you even say the website of STWF Sports, and this motherfucker just pops up. He's in the back room right now because he heard he's speaking of the devil, and he shall appear.
And then shout out to Mike, Marie, Jen Luck. Appreciate you hopping and hanging out with us tonight. Brandon, as always, and P. Dollar. Appreciate everybody holding it down with us tonight in the comment section. What's the sign off tonight, gents?
Man, listen here. Sign off tonight, man. It's free AB, baby. You heard?
No,
hell no. I was gonna say Carson Beck's Lambo, but that works too.
And free Shador. Free Shador, baby. And free AB.
Free Shador. We see y'all, man. Y'all stay tight. And in honor of tomorrow, stay black.
Stay black.
All right.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.